I think we are live now. Hello, what's up, Ian, Quentin, Ben, Jay Jennings, and Cowtown. That's wicked hot. What's up, Sean? What's up, Jay Chef? What's up, John Doe? Sassy Cat. Draconia. Dan of NJ. Everything sound okay? What's up, Pete Brown? What's up, Christopher? Strat CPO, Double R Guitar, Bill France, Yeti Matzi, Rico B. Music Therapy Laz, John Banks. What's up, Lukes? Yeah, the basement's dry. The only thing that isn't dry are my eyes. I know at some point in the future, it'll be back. It's like a shark that just went back out into the water. It's still swimming out there. What's up, Guitar Man? What's up, Ron? Tony, what's up, buddy? What's up, Tim? What's up, Sean? What's up, Bill? What's up, Alex? Yeah, the SIG. Stoner Shark. SIG model. I think I actually have another Vola coming at some point. Sounding great tonight. Good, yeah. Well, you might notice the ball sounds amazing. Oh, good. Yeah. Hey, what's up, Tom? Yeah, the Jaws Trilogy series. Though by the third one. What's up, Earl? What's up, Ed? Good to see you, Tony. Yep. The signature model. Yes, welcome to Synths with Steve. Exactly. You might notice that it sounds a little different than prior weeks, because I noticed last week, and some of you caught the late night Fix It live show that has since gone offline, but for a brief shining moment last week, we discovered how to go stereo. So you hear it in stereo. Now, I'm going to quickly switch to the old system, and you'll hear the difference, okay? I'm fading out of the old. Fading out of the old, out of the new and into the old, and this is how it used to sound. The voice will sound the same because the voice is mono, but the guitar. And same with the keyboard. You're not, right? It's, and this is the new. And then. right? You're finally hearing it in stereo. It's like that Korg must have sounded terrible, and I know it does because I listen back. You know, and I listen back to the material, and I'm like, wait a second, there's no stereo separation. Where the hell is my stereo separation? And it had got lost in translation. Because that's how it sounds in my ears. You're finally hearing how I hear it. You know, in the last step before it went out to the interwebs, one of the channels just converts itself to mono, and I just had to open up like a second auxiliary bus and said, well, how about this one? And they're like, oh yeah, sure. Okay. Yeah, all the cool kids are going synths these days. You know? And so there's the question, right? Do I start a separate synth channel, or do I just add synths to this channel? You know, synths are it's so deep, and there's so many different ones, and I guess the guitar market is similar, but not really. They're very, because of the technology, and I mean, there is a whole vintage thing, and you know, there's all kinds of different things, but it's such a different market. You know, feels better to separate that. You know, like, though I suppose it's not the same as like starting like a gardening channel, you know, alongside, you know, with your guitar channel. It's good. It's guitars and gardening. Yeah, it sounds so much better. Mash up synths and guitars on one channel unless you're planning on doing more synths than guitar, which I would not. It definitely wouldn't be. Yeah, the kitty was just displaced from this chair. Guitar sounds great, huh? Yeah, I like the sound of this one. So how you guys doing? How was your week? We have just had our third straight day of sunshine, which brings our total days of sun for the month of July to 4. We had one last week. And so we're making a comeback, baby. Even the first couple of bits of trying to clear up didn't work because we had the smoke in the sky, so it looked like it was cloudy, even though it was just smoky. You know, started cooking channel. Yeah, really. Boston barbecue. Can I go over some of the main chords I jam? Yeah, well. For a lot of it, I like that minor chord, you know. And that's just barring your third finger across, like you're making one of those power chords. But instead you reach your finger over and hit the minor note. And what is major becomes minor. It's just like this minor 7th chord. You know? you could go like dominant 7. A lot of times I go minor 7 though, you know, like a... which is really very small movement. And then you could go like to a couple of dominant 7th chords. So that would be, in my mind, I would see that as a flat 6 Dom 7 to a 5 Dom 7, and back to a 1 minor, to either a 4 dominant 7 or a 4 minor 7. Either way. So like the 1 minor 7, 4 minor 7, and then like flat 6 dominant 7, 5 dominant 7, and then back to the 1. Some extra notes in there for you. That's all D minor. What's up, Aljon? How you doing, buddy? Saw haze in Chicago. Haven't seen this much smoke in years. Really, Ben? Not even in the garage? That joke never gets old. I was expecting Boss to finally announce they were adding a tuner to the Katana. Very disappointed. Is there a Katana 3 out now? Did they announce a K3? I see the Waza. I see the Katana. Oh, I'm just saying Mark IIs. Or as we say around here, Mark II. Mark II. It's like straight out of Star Wars. What's up, Possum Man? What's up, Pork Chop Sir? What's up, Tactical 6 String? Can access the Katana tuner using the foot switch. Yeah, you know, I thought they had a way to use it as a tuner. It just wasn't very elegant, right? It used like the LEDs on the top of the unit, and it wasn't the greatest. You know, just clip on a tuner, or even better, a line tuner. You know. What is what? The guitar? This is a Vola. This is one of the lower cost ash top Volas with the roasted maple neck in the mahogany body. I had one like this a year ago in black. This is the sanded faded blue. still have a substantial collection of individual pedals or multi-effect setup only now. I do. I actually have a bookcase where I have a couple of shelves just packed with pedals. I used to have them over here, but it was better to put guitars here because guitars don't fit on bookshelves. And I could put a big hanger rack here and use that wall space to hang guitars and get them up off the floor, which is let's just say that's good. And so I keep them over there. I try to keep them boxed up because number one, it keeps the dust off of them, and two, you know what you're looking at when you pick it up because the box is labeled, quite clearly. So I do keep them. I used to keep them up over here. You can almost see those wooden boxes there. I used to keep a lot up there on the shelf, but it was chaotic. It was out of control. So I dedicated some shelves over here to it, and it's been working out. I think I walked by them in the studio tour. In fact, I'm going to do another studio tour because things around here, they are changing quite rapidly. So I think I can do a 6 month, 7th month, maybe 8th month in a studio tour and go over all the changes because that other space is much different than it was the last time you came through. Even the back room is much different than before, and certainly around here it's changed at least a little bit. So it'll be good. Do another one. Thumbs up for Synth Channel. It's nobody's fault that the summer of NAMM was poorly attended. Fears of the virus, definitely Delta variant, definitely played a role. I think so. I think that it's sort of going to be slow getting back to things, and there's difference between things opening up and the beach being busy, which is outdoors, right? Or or restaurants being busy, which is, I can almost see that more than a trade show. Although I will say, I have heard from friends who did have small booths at the show that it was a pretty good show. They actually did pretty good. They got some orders, and it seemed like the people that did attend, were serious. So that's a plus, right? It did look. If you saw the thumbnail, I don't want to use other people's copyrighted content. In fact, I hemmed and hawed on using even those screenshots from Trey, but I felt they were good representations of what it looked like there, which was a barren, sparse field. You're waiting for a tumbleweed to go blowing through. It was the first shot I saw. I was like, oh my God. So I think last week, it was a little bit more confusing. I hadn't quite seen the footage that I saw this week, in between the last time I saw you and this time. And the more I see, the more it looked pretty damn empty. I think your best bet, quite frankly, was to go over to the Gibson garage, which was better stocked. I think there were more guitars at the Gibson garage, I think, than the entire freaking Summer NAMM show. It really was kind of sparse, and huge swaths of nothing. Big open fields and plains in there, and I heard they even had a couple of the halls closed. I don't even think they opened up 3 of the 4 halls. So I'm so glad I didn't go. I'm actually, what's up, Ed? You know, what's up, Johnny Rock? Nothing was sadder than the Gretsch booth. I don't remember the Gretsch booth, but the PV booth, which was basically a card table covered in free stickers and a cardboard cutout, that, you know, a poster board with a QR code. That has become the poster child for the event. You know, scan here for more info. Yikes. Hi, Steve. What do you look for in buying an acoustic guitar? A solid top is a must. I don't think I'd consider a guitar without a solid top. That is my threshold for minimum quality spec. After that, you know, if you got a solid back, that would be probably a nice improvement. The sides aren't nearly as important, you know. But usually once you get to the front and the back, you get the sides because they're kind of doing a solid wood thing, you know. But yeah, what I really look for is a balance when I pick it up. I want, when I play it, I want it to sound pretty balanced, a nice mixture of lows and mids and highs. All acoustics tend to be a little scooped. So it's like, I think whoever can sort of overcome that scoopiness, that heavily scooped sound where it's like all bass and all treble. The ones that can eke out a little bit of mid-range tend to be the ones I like. And quite frankly, the ones with comfortable necks. You know, I spent all that money on that Larrabee, which is a gorgeous guitar, and it sounds amazing. And every time I play it, I'm like, oh my God, this thing sounds so great, right? It's just amazingly good sounding. But the acoustic guitar I play the most, and probably the guitar I play the most, is my Ovation. I think I paid $50 or $100 for it in 1985 or 86. Got a crack on the front. And, you know, it's a big, giant, is it Kevlar? What's the body? I don't even know. It's got a big plastic body, you know, some resin composite body, and a wood top. And the neck is gorgeous. It's like such a wonderfully, comfortably playing neck. I play it like all the time. And it's very quick, and it sounds good. Every time I play other acoustics and I go back to it, I go, you know what? This Ovation actually sounds pretty damn good. It's a super deep back, too, because it's an old one. It's not even the black back. It's the brown back, which is the early models, because earlier they tended to do more with, they wanted to look like wood. So they did a brown instead of black, but eventually they went to black, and admittedly it looked cooler. PV needs new management. You know what? It'd be interesting to see what happens with PV. What's going to happen with PV? Who knows? But, you know, they have a robust amp business. Seriously robust. They used to have a really robust loudspeaker and amp business, but I don't know how strong that still is, if they still do big numbers with that. But their live audio, I mean, back in the 80s, PV cabinets with, you know, radial horns, pretty common, you know. A Carvin, same way. But you wonder if they've exited the market to like more competitive brands like Behringer, right? BC Rich says he thinks PV's dead. Has been for years. I still think they have some. I still think the trump card they have is their amps, right? They're still doing pretty good with their amps. I don't know how well the Invective did for them, but they've always seemed to. But you know what happened is EVH probably took a bite out of their market, right, with the whole EVH launch. Once EVH moved into amps, they probably did nibble the margins, in an industry where the margins make the difference. Steve, did you see the new PV Viper X V2? I did not. Viper X? Oh, hold on. We have the internet. We can check it. Show me PV Viper. X3? I see Viper X1, X2, and X3. Let me go to guitar amps. Viper series, okay. Yeah, that's it. So is it... Oh yeah, coming soon. October 15th, 2021. Okay, hold on. Hello. Oh yeah. And that Viper X3. That's pretty much the section of my Viper. Pre-gain, low, mid, high, post-gain. Master volume and the power sponge, but that's on the... Well, I suppose mine's on the back instead of the front, but... This is a top control anyway. Oh, yeah. What are you? Plug in, tune up, rock out. I think mine says the same thing when it's running, when you first boot it up. And if you let it sit long enough, it starts to put on a light show. Yeah. Now, you wonder if this is just based on, you know, the Viper 100. You know, is it new? Not really. All right, 2008, blah, blah, blah. In 2012, VIP, blah, blah. Now continuing the church, PV launches the Viper X bundling amplifier. The latest evolution of the groundbreaking Viper series features updated styling, superior cabinet design for premier acoustic performance, and improved trans-tube technology. The new Viper X3 also features Bluetooth remote control. Is anyone asking for that? And audio streaming in. Now users can stream backing tracks to the amplifier and control all the settings via iOS. Okay, well, you know, that sounds like more money. Anyway, all right, yeah. Expected soon, only 90 days away. Yeah, I think Carvin has exited everything but the effects market on the electronic side. What's up, DEF CON? Check out the prices of the PVT60s these days. Yeah, PVT60. $700, $750, $750, $895, $900. Somewhere around there. No, the first one's open. Second one's closed. wipers were great, but since going to Helix, off amps forever. You know, I kind of do that with this software you're hearing now. You know, this is what I play through like 90% of the time. Sometimes I'll crank up an amp, but, you know, I usually do it when no one's home, and that's pretty rare. And the cats don't seem to like it. No. Get him back there. Look at that cat. We should make a new SFB model. I will be getting a new Vola in here soon because they're coming out with the new, and I can't wait to try it, the new Mach 3 with new neck. And I can't wait to try it. It's going to be this is smaller than their prior necks. And their new neck is going to be even a touch smaller than this. So it'll be interesting to try it out because I do like small necks. I am firmly on record to preferring the smaller necks to the bigger ones. And I can play them all, but I like the only thing I really can't play is once you get past like 7 strings, like 8 and 9 strings. It's like playing a surfboard. You know, it's a little stupid for me anyway. But it looks good on you. My son's working at a golf course. I got to get him to watch Caddyshack. Stay Ibanez. Yeah, Ibanez is some of the smallest necks out there. That's for sure. Certainly the older RG stuff. It's a thin neck. It's pretty thin. Be careful. You'll cut yourself on that neck. He has not seen Caddyshack. So we just feel like now that he's working at a golf course, you know, he should... Actually, that's Wango Tango. Mob Rules is a little different rhythm. Same chords, right? There's an Iron Maiden song that's the same as that. But the Sabbath one is... probably give you a very quick update on the fish tank. My son went down to Reefapalooza in New Jersey, which is the annual reef tank event. And what they do is they go down on, I think they went down Saturday, left Saturday morning, and they went to the Saturday, it's only Saturday and Sunday, they went Saturday afternoon and sort of go around and shop and see who has what. They walk through and visit everything. Because a lot of stuff is for sale. And then Sunday, he went back and just bought a bunch of stuff. So we have a bunch of, I think he bought 10 corals, which I got to say, they look pretty cool. The corals add a lot to the tank. And at night, under the blue, under the black light there, they glow. They look pretty sick. I got to say, it does add a certain air. We couldn't have them before because we had the puffer, but as some of you know, when they transferred the tank, they killed the puffer. So suddenly we didn't have a problem with the corals being, nipped at. So we got corals. They look good. See what goes the tango. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then he goes like, which is also Mystery Science Theater 3000, right? Right? It's that same turnaround. Great minds think alike. No, the whole Maserati thing. I mean, that song is it's a journey. Live Coral, better hope he didn't bring bad worms with them. Well, we have a lot of cleaners in there. I don't think they'll get. We should be pretty good. We've got a lot of things, I know we have already at least a couple of bristle worms in there. They just come with the live rock. No matter how hard you try, it's hard to get rid of them. But you keep things that kill them. You know what else he got that's really cool is a clam. I gotta say the clam's pretty cool. It's a little bizarre when you go in there and you go, I think the clam moved. It's like moved down the tank. How are you even walking? Like a clam. What's up, Charles? Charles, I'm doing well. And he got what else he got is a starfish, a sand sifter. Yeah, they went a little nuts. But, it's the annual. It's the annual. Good starfish water. I told my wife, I think the clam moved. No, the clam did move because the clam was, 5 inches from the end of the tank, and then over the next day it was had covered half the distance, and then by the next day it was down in the corner of the tank. I'm like, the clam's on the move. That's It's an old-fashioned clam race, you know. And the you know what can blow right past it though is the starfish. You get that starfish on open water, that thing can do like a foot a day. You need a seahorse, dude. Those are for real, like almost impossible to take care of. Like seahorses are incredibly difficult to take care of. Just ridiculous. You know, and there's a bunch of things like that. The craziest one is the boxfish. Right? The boxfish, if it gets frightened, it just releases a toxin that kills like everything in the tank within minutes. It's like, they're like, this thing can kill your entire tank. Like, who would get that? You gotta stick it in a tank with rocks and sand, right? Like, don't scare that one, Jesus. Yeah, you think so? Yeah. I think I think Al Jones raising a good point here. You know what? Damn it, he's right. About the lick, about everything. You know, when he's right, he's right. Yeah, he pointed it out. Yeah, we gotta do that. All right, there you go. There we go. Hello. Go like this. Oh, hello. I almost broke out the LP, the black one, the classic. But I usually put the case up on here. I had the cat there, and I had to take it from a rack, and I just very, very lazy. All right, you know what? It helps. This is just a suggestion. It helps if you plug it in. I'm just saying. Just throwing it. I'm no guitar tech, okay? I'm just saying. I've seen this on other YouTube videos. You go like that. Oh, see? Exactly, the clam moved. Yeah, that's a pro tip. That's a free pro tip. Plug it in. I should have a shirt made. Plug it in. Show me where I'm wrong, people. That's about right. I should tune it up. I just took it out of the bag and haven't tuned it, so it's probably a hair off. I mean, it would have to be. It's literally coming straight out of the bag. It's off, but it's like evenly off. You know what I'm saying? Not the B though. That's why it sounded a touch out. The B remained intact, while the other ones were a hair out. Hello, hello. Baby steps, baby steps. There we go. All right, back to the action. There you are. What are the chords to hot-blooded? So it's G, a G major, right? But then you go like sus4, right? So you gotta like just bend your pinky over a hair. Right, so it's just G, then the C, and the same thing, you make a sus4 chord out of it. Feel like that's off just a... There it is. All right. You don't have to read my mind. God, that is up there. No one I have. Man, that's way up there. Honey, you and I'll tune it up, plug it in. That's all going to be part of my groundbreaking course, how to play guitar. No pinky. I want an SG too. That's what happens. You see someone with one and you're like, I never realized how much I wanted one. And then one just appears on the top of your head. And over time it just grows. This SG just grows right on the top of your forehead. You can try to ignore it. It's not going anywhere. The only way to get rid of it is to get one. I got my first real 6-string. There's a 5 and 9. Exactly. SG horns grow out of your head until you buy one. What do you think of thrash bands, Megadeth, Testament, Slade? The only one I kind of liked, I kind of thought was fun, was Anthrax. The rest of them, I never really. Megadeth was okay. Some pretty good riffs. I never really got into Metallica. I feel like I'm rubbing this. Yeah, I'm hitting it with my headphone. Hold on. Yeah. I knew it. Yeah. There we go. So I, not really. Yeah, it's more, early 80s. Iommi, and Randy, and that really the late 70s, early 80s, Oh, this is good. Would I buy a Gibson that had a headstock repair? It depends on the repair, all right? I have seen some hack repairs, and I have seen some amazing repairs. And sometimes you'll see a headstock repair, and you got to look for it. The guy really, it's a tight, and that's not going anywhere, right? But I have seen them, especially at Guitar Center. I don't know who did the headstock repair. Headstock was a little crooked. You could see that the seam didn't line up. Whoever clamped it, I don't know what they did, but it was terrible. It was just terrible. So it really depends. But I would buy one. In fact, I almost bought a Les Paul Custom a few years ago. It was in wine red. It was in beautiful shape, except it had a headstock repair. But it was like a 76 Les Paul Custom. I think they wanted $17.99 for it. And I was like, that's a really good price for 76 Les Paul Custom in pretty damn good shape. But it had a headstock repair. And I regret, it quite frankly, it just sold. Sold so quickly I couldn't buy it. I would have bought it. Because it was clean. It was a very, very clean repair. So... Yeah, Johnny, we had a flood, a couple of heavy rainstorms. We had basically, it rained every day but 4 days in the month of July, and that adds up. And we had heavy rain for about a week, culminating with 4 inches of rain, and there's nothing you can do to keep that from coming in here. But we got it there. Now I still have my 500. You can't see it, but it's right over here on the shelf. Needs a power supply. That's the thing that usually goes in it. Quite frankly, I usually use just like Win UAE, so I don't really use it. I still have it though. I think I did the RAM and the Super Agnes upgrade. You know. Well, thanks, Artie's Place. Much appreciated. The $5 flood fund, appreciated, man. Yeah, it was bad. I tell you, the fans I got were huge. The carpet fans, you know, they're like a floor drying fan, specially designed just for drying floors. But they're rotatable. They're what they call like a, what do they call that? Like a tumbler. Right? It can tilt in all different directions, and that really made a difference. I felt like that, coupled with the dehumidifiers, really made a huge difference in how quickly it dried out in here, and it really pushed air like way deep, you know, into like areas, cracks, seams around, you know, everything. That normally the smell would linger a lot longer, and I felt like it went away much faster by using the fans. Again, with dehumidifiers, you got the water's got to go somewhere, and it was so sticky out we couldn't even open the window. See, the last time I did it, it was, you know, that we had a big flood down here. It was December, so when that rain blew out, you know, big gust of very dry, crispy air came in behind it, and I could just open the window, and that air was so friggin' dry. It was drying the room out so fast. I had nothing like that this time. You know, it rained like the day after it rained. It rained like the day after that day. In fact, a couple of days later, they're like, we might see some storms in the morning. We saw another inch of rain. Another inch of rain. Crazy. So we had the hottest June on record, smashed through the old record, and we've had the third wettest July. We might be at second by now, and you know, we still have what, 7 days left, you know? So, you know, it's been a kind of a crazy summer. And this rig, my rig, it's an i5, a 10th gen. The one over there is an i7, but it's very old. It's 4th gen. This is 10th gen. Over there is 6th gen. And that's i7. And the attic is Ryzen, 2nd gen, 2700. And then a smattering of laptops everywhere. You bought your 76 for how much? $570? It's pretty good. 580 and 76, that's pretty good. Any status on your EVH neck? Yeah, I think they're making some progress on it. My hope is to get it back by the end of the summer and have it ready for the fall. So, and then I have to decide whether or not I can work with the black. I have a brand new, genuine Floyd Rose, but it's black. But it's original. It's great quality. It's top quality. Whether I want to use that or get a chrome one for it to make it look more like the original, I might stick with the black, just because I'm cheap, and why not use it? Why let it sit on a shelf? Yeah, that's a Kramer right there. That's one of the classics. That's the Kramer Pacer Classic. That has the rare Lexi Fox signature on it. Back when he used to be a member of Steel Panther. Is there a gutter system around the house with a sump pump? Well, there's a gutter system around the house, and I have my gutters drain. My minimum away from the house is 10 feet, right? So that when the gutters come down, they drain away from the foundation and away from the house. So I have all the gutters come down and go the minimum. Some of them go like 25 feet away from the house, the ones that I think put out the most amount of water. I had to go down to my fence, and I have to turn the corner and go down my fence for another 20 feet, So it's really far away. And that deposits the water. I've actually cut a little drainage ditch to make sure the water drains down and away from my house. The water's like 25, 30 feet, 30 feet away, but eventually it gets into the ground. At some point there's nothing you can do. So when it's really heavy rain, like we had that crazy rain last year that like destroyed businesses. I mean, the amount of water was just insane, like insane. And we didn't get any water down here because it all shed away. The problem with this last one is that you get an inch of rain, the next day you get an inch and a half of rain, the next day you get half an inch of rain, then you get like a trace of rain or a little bit, then another half an inch of rain, then you get like an inch or an inch and a half of rain. It never really goes away. It's always saturating the ground and saturating the ground and saturating the ground. And the sun never comes out, right? I mean, it's just overcast day and rainy day after rainy day after rainy day. So there's no evaporation that's happening, And we had that. And when it came up to that last day, I'm like, it has rained for the last week. Today is, ever since July 1st, it has rained every single day and some heavy days. And now it is July 9th, and they are talking 4 inches of rain, 5 inches of rain. We got 4 inches of rain. Between 3 and 5 inches, we got 4. And I said, it's definitely going to flood down here. And so, I mean, I was ready, but my pump failed. And that got a little nutty. Got a little nutty. And but then you get past it. And eventually I got it under control. But it was a little touch and go. The Cars wrote a song about it. think I just heard the... The real, you're hearing the stereo now. Oh yeah, that's like the... Nice. So like the big difference is like, I don't think last time when I did the sequences you could hear it in stereo. When like this. You hear it in stereo now. Where's it? B flat, huh? It all sounds like Depeche Mode. I tell you, that was one band that was not on my radar in the 80s. None of those bands were. Depeche Mode and Depeche Mode-like. I'm looking your way, Echo and the Bunnymen. Oh, that is good. Yeah, it's pretty... Hold on. I have the thing that actually... You know, the thing that controls the thing. Yeah, I know, the thing and the thing. Wow. There's a good one. Meh. Meh. It's so many basses. So many friggin' basses, you know. That's funny. Hello. They actually have a patch called Lucky. That was called Emersine, right? Because it's the sine wave. But they make one. Where is it? Oh, this edge racer. Hold on, let me move my coffee out of here. It's blocking my key pushing. I'm getting punchy from punching all these buttons. Oh wow, that is low. Oh, that's... Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. And the thing is, the difference is that you hear it in stereo now. Before it was all, what was that lucky, there's a lot of basses in there. Just because analog sort of, oh, that's a good one too, this. Different one? Anyway. We'll get to Damn, that's up there, huh? Hold on. Like, you know, like really get going on the where's that I probably, oh, there it is. There she blows. There it is. Yeah, close encounters of the third kind, you know. It's probably they're so good with pads and leads and basses, which is why there's so many basses in there. It's the analog, brah. Yeah, it's some serious Battlestar Galactica shit right there. It's going. I'm going to tilt this a little bit. God, I get this stupid thing right over my hand. You know, you get to get. Where is that? I'm gonna go like an octave. Again, I'm sort of like rediscovering synths. I've owned synths for, geez, God, I got my first one in like 84. I almost think it was, I almost feel like it was 83 because I could have sworn I was driving the station wagon. I don't think I was driving the cop car yet, and I got the cop car pretty quick. Right, I had the AMC Ambassador Rambler station wagon. I don't think it was that car. And then after that, I had the, I had like a Ford station wagon that I was driving. And very briefly, and then I got the Mercury Grand Marquis, which was an old cop car, and which I drove for 5 years, but or 3 years, yeah, like 83 to 86, and then the cop car finally died, and then yeah, so the first one had to be the Jupiter. I had a Jupiter 4, which didn't have MIDI. You know, it felt like I was buying an old dinosaur at the time, because everything was going to be MIDI and MIDI this and MIDI that, and MIDI was going crazy, and it didn't happen. And then I want to say after that, I got so many things. Yamaha FB01, a Roland MT32, a Yamaha TX7. But then I got an Akai AX73, which was an analog unit, but it was buggy. And the sounds weren't that great. Now they're considered kind of classic. It'd be hard to find one. And I got rid of that, and I got the MX73 to control the, the MIDI stuff. I think I got that and probably the FB01 at the same time. Got rid of the AX73. And then the MX73 developed a dead key. And a dude wanted to buy it off me. I said, dude, it's got a dead key. He's like, I don't care. It was enough of the keyboard. It was kind of high and a black key. He goes, I'm fine. I'm like, oh, whatever. I got rid of that. And I'm trying to think of what I had after that. I had the Roland U110. That was a costly mistake. $1,000 in 1989, 1990 for a unit that's pretty universally panned as like one of Roland's worst units. But I was just so over the top to get like something that sounded real, like sample. It's a Rompler, but God, it's terrible. And then I got the Kurzweil, and that was it. It was that Kurzweil 25 straight years, and now I've sort of come back around to it again. You know. Yeah, the synth is probably killing the. You got to be careful because the synth can. Shane here. Am I about to make an 80s album officially? Well, that'd be a start. What's the... Nice. So many basses. That almost sounds FM to me. You know, that almost sounds like FM instead of here's your subdivisions. You know. Carbon DC series guitars are great. Yeah, absolutely. And about 80s, yeah, probably 80s, 90s. If you hear if you start to hear brass stabs, that's pretty much 80s. Yeah, a little sledgehammer. You haven't even heard the Korg. Remember, when you heard the Korg before, you heard it in mono. You heard the old system, which is very, very different. The experience really changes when you go from mono to stereo. I think it's a game changer, you know, in terms of the sound quality. Yeah, they have an old MIDI guitar up on. I think Guitar Center Used has it. Let me see here. Let me check real quick, like. Used guitars, electric guitars, Ibanez guitars, and then we do that, and then we go like this. Let me see if I can find it. Where are you? Where are you? See, I did see one. It could have sold, may not be there, could be gone. But these don't sell all that quick. So I think here's a hint. It's an Ibanez. Could be gone. Let's see. Got a few Genesis up there, look pretty good. But stay focused. Stay focused. All right. Hear that? I think I just heard. I think I just heard it go through the octaves. Anyway. Did it sell? It might be gone. I don't see it. Oh, I think it's gone. Yep. I think it is history. It was the Ibanez MIDI guitar. If you've ever seen an Xing, or I think it's just Zing. thought, I know they had one here. And I was like, oh, look at you. You can mod them to accept the Roland. Or you might even be able to just get a cable that's a crossover cable. Yeah, it's gone. Bummer. Bummer. It was cheap too. I mean, kind of relatively cheap. Let me just check one other. Let me just check one other thing here, because you never know. No, nothing. Big goose egg on that one. All right, well, let me go. Something like that. Something like that. Yeah, there you go. That's what it looked like. They had a black one. Like that. And it had the plastic. I took my plastic off. A lot of people leave it. See, this guy leaves the plastic too. I still see the plastic. A lot of people left the plastic on. I took the plastic off of mine. See? That's a plastic overlay to tell you what each of the knobs does. But if you know what it's like a volume, a tone, and then it's like blending with the other knobs, right? It's a blend. But I had, there it is. That's what mine looked like, right, with the plastic missing. They're actually a pretty damn good guitar. Those old Ibanez guitars. I paid short money. They were blowing them out. It was a colossal failure for them. And they entered the market and exited the market, I swear to God, like the same friggin' day. It was like the fastest friggin', I never saw a product come out so fast and exit the market so fast. I swear to God, the ads still ran and they were already discontinued because they had pre-purchased the ads. I never got that. And I remember my boss coming to me and saying, like, they're blowing them out. Do you want them? And I was like, yeah, I think I do. I want to say they were like $2,600 or something like that. They weren't cheap. And you got the guitar with the rack mount controller, you know? And they were blowing them out. I forget if it was $400 or $500, $490, something like that. I said, sign me up. And I got one. They did that with the Alan Holdsworth model. Ibanez did. I remember at the very, very end of the run of they made an Alan Holdsworth guitar. You can probably find it. That had a spider on the headstock. And single pickup. Yep, Ibanez Alan Holdsworth. Right there. Yep, there it is. Images right there. Let's go there. Yeah, there you go. That's like the one I had. Single pickup. I had the green. In fact, I mentioned it to Alan right before he passed away. He was at the NAMM show. And I said, you know, I had your signature guitar back in the 80s. I had the green one. And he said the green one did sound good. Yeah, and that was the red. We got the red or the green. At least these are the ones that were being offered to us. And on the headstock, there was a spider. You can see it right there. A little spider on the headstock. You can't see it there. Somebody might have a picture of it. But yeah. Yeah, 85. Yeah, I had the green one. It's a sharp-looking guitar. You know? I'm just saying. Oh, this guy put an extra pickup in it. Nah. You know, it was sort of a thing. Yeah, right there. And maybe right there, yeah, you can see the spider on the headstock, right? Single pickup. They were blowing these out at the end. I want to say $200. Ebony fretboard. Ebony is, you know, they weren't doing a ton of ebony. Ebony fretboard. And that's the exact color. I had the green. Buddy of mine had the red. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, sure is. Yep, had the signature, the block inlay. Looks good. That was pretty clean. Yep. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that was with a case, too. That was with a goddamn case. Because they priced everything with case back then. They show you the headstock? Yeah. See, there's the spider. Hello, hello. The old spider on the headstock. Specially designed by Alan Holdsworth. Anyway. You can hear Alan Holdsworth's influence on Eddie Van Halen all over the 1984 album, you know, especially with songs like Top Jimmy or what's it? I forget what was the he does this weird, you know. Pictures on the silver screen. Pictures on the silver screen. Right, you can hear Holdsworth's influence in that. You know. The upper horn strap button was on the back of the guitar, I thought. I think it's on the... No, it's not on the back side? Oh, no. Yeah, I don't know where it is. Yeah, I could have sworn it was on the top. You know what? The guy might have had a strap lock on it, and sometimes people take them off when they sell guitars. Yeah, yeah. That is a little weird. Not on that one. Yeah, there's the button at the bottom. Thought it might be on the back, but yeah, it looks like it's... Is it on the back of the neck somewhere? Oh, yeah. Right there. See it? That's a Holdsworth design right there. Right? It's on the back plate. There it is. Oh wait, hold on. You're not seeing that. It's right there. See it? It's in the back plate. All right. Yeah, Dirty Movies. And definitely Top Jimmy. The Ibanez played great. I was worried he was going to have a big chunky neck because Alan Holdsworth has such big hands, but it didn't. It was fine. Yeah, then he got rid of the headstock. Yeah, Alan Holdsworth was one of the Synthax owners, and the Synthax didn't have a logarithmic scale, right? In other words, the frets didn't get tighter and tighter as they got up, right? Larger frets down here, smaller frets up here, right? They're tighter to get the gap changes in a scale, logarithmically. And on the Synth they were evenly spaced, which confuses a lot of guitar players, you know? A little weird. You know what? Give me 1 second, guys. I'm just gonna move something over there real quick. Hold on. I'll be back in 1 second. You know, I'll put this right on the chair, I think. All right, I'm back. And I'm back. You can hear a scratchy kitty here. All right, scratchy cat. All right, scratchy cat. Whew. All right. I don't know Cabo Wabo, I don't think. All right, Cabo Wabo. I think I ever learned that one. Yeah. Keep hearing the faint sound of the synth playing in the background. Yeah, it's tuning itself. Those are A notes, right? I keep hearing like... Right? It's tuning itself at octaves. They should put a gate. They should put a gate on it. Because it's analog, it has to tune itself every so often. All right, Greg, because it's a voltage-controlled oscillator. And like anything voltage-controlled, voltage works a little differently when it's warmer than when it's colder. Right? Just like vacuum tubes. And in fact, it used to be that synthesizer players, you would start the synth early and let it warm up, get those chips warm, and then you would tune the synth and hope it didn't go out of tune during the show because those analog, but now they just do it every so many, I think it's every minute or 2 minutes it goes through and tunes itself. Again, because it's analog. Brass, I mean the analog brass sounds so good. That's fun stuff. It really does give a wow, it's so low. Anyway, yeah, you can hear it. It's on that last note, right? It's on that F sharp, that F. You hear it? It's like it's not playing the note, but it is playing the note. It's like droning in the background. But that's the volume all the way down. You can hear the notes change. There's F, there's C. F, C, G. But the volume's all the way down. You can hear it. My advice to them would be put a gate on the thing. Clearly, it needs an outflow. It needs some sort of an outflow gate. All right. Again, that's the volume all the way down. You can still hear it. Doesn't matter. It's sort of like, even though it's not being sent to the amplifier, it's the pitch that the chip is still like. Again, they're oscillators. It's a chip literally meant to produce sound and oscillate. So they need to get some sort of a, like a gate. And usually what you would do is you would do a compressed gate, right? Just like this has. Right? The gate is stronger when it's open, and the gate is a little bit when I'm down, the gate, it literally adjusts itself based on compression. Yeah, that's crazy. That's too funny. There it is. You can hear it. It's F. I'm going to turn the background volume up. You'll hear it more. Right? Now, if the last note I play, right, that's F. Now I'm going to play C. Right. Right. Hear it? It's tuned to C. I got to turn it back down again because I don't want to blow your ears out. And if I change it to G, you can hear it. It's like the note is always on. But that's just in the background. That's the actual note. No, it plays when it doesn't too when I play guitar notes. I can hear what note it's playing, and I'm playing it on my guitar. What I'm saying is that it remembers the last note I played, and it drones it in the background without sound. That's a D. Hear it? I gotta turn it back down though before I strike a note, or else you're gonna be. That's crazy. So, yeah, that's, I wonder if the Korg Mini Logue does that. Exactly. The analog synths use analog circuitry to make the waves. Yeah, and a digital can make it, but just like a CD playing back has to go through a digital to analog converter, right? It's never exactly the same as analog. That's why analog just has a fatness. And that, quite frankly, it comes from its imperfection, right? The notes can never truly be exactly in tune. They're always microcents off from each other, not even a full cent, you know, which is a 1/100th of a note of a semitone. You know what I'm saying? But it doesn't take much. Just a little bit off really acts as like a thickener. You know, it's the cornstarch of synths. I gotta have some good ones in here. Yeah, you know, like your sine. I'm trying to remember it. Let me make sure I know it. I got to get a sustain pedal. Or you know what, even better? I should get the Taurus pedals, right? They're just like MIDI pedals. Hook that up to the sucker and then get the bass sounds going. It'd be a stomp fest over here. Oh, too funny. I probably could put a noise gate in line with it, quite frankly. You're right on that. Desert Doug says, could you just put a noise gate in and, you know, to quiet it down? I could, without a doubt. You know. Yeah, get that E going. Actually, I think I can load a VST like right into OBS, but you know, OBS is open source. You might want to be careful with that. The easiest thing would just be to put a quick little inline, you know, noise gate. Certainly, if I recorded it into Reaper, I could very easily add a compression-based gate at the input. No problem at all. That's very easy to do. Because, you know, obviously you use it for vocals and a whole bunch of other stuff. So it wouldn't take much to cut. That sound is very low relative, like the signal to noise ratio You know, the signal's pretty high. I had to crank that up, and I couldn't play it at that time because it would have blown your ears out. Oh. Yeah, there it goes again. I heard the A. Oh. Hey, what's up, Max? Yeah, the synth sounds. The subject of schoolgirl fantasy, you know. I can't hear the note. Hear the line. In the ed. Oh yeah, no, you can adjust all the filters and all the everything. It's adjustable. It's got all your adjustments right there. In fact, it has dedicated knobs for cutoff and resonance, and then it's got 4 assignable knobs that you can either change oscillator waves because it has wave morphing. So in other words, it doesn't go like and step through the waves. It blends from wave to wave so that as you move through, it's sort of a smooth process. Oh, you know, it's got some stuff. That sounds right. Yeah, it's got the motor. Okay. Again, you got to be careful with the signal to noise ratio on this. Mono. Yeah, that's way old school. You know, that's way old school. When the spaceship lands. You gotta drop the wheel a little bit. You know. Then you know you're in trouble, right? Big old thing lands, you hear. Too low on the scale, you know. right about then, lasers. I thought about making a Discord channel. Yeah, you know, between your Discords and your TikToks and your Snapchats, you know, it's hard to keep up. You know, it's yeah, right. The with the wheel rollback, right? Yeah, it's when you hear this. Trouble. All right. Big trouble. Well, thanks, Vinny. Much appreciated, man. Very, very appreciated. Thank you. 5-minute warning. Yeah. That's basically too many social media sites. I'll check you out on, oh my God, what was that one? Not Venmo, that's the payment site. There was another one. Vimo? Don't you remember that stupid one? I finally deleted my account and got out of there, but they were the hottest thing for like 2 seconds and then dead. Yeah, Vimeo. Yeah, Venmo is the way you send money. Vimeo was the Vimeo was that the completely, I don't know. They had some success. Everybody friggin' signed up for that thing, and then said, "Okay, now what? Huh? Later, ghost town, goddamn ghost town." Is it Venmo? Vimeo? Oh, right. Vimeo is Vimeo's YouTube. Yeah, what was the name of that one? Was it Vimo? Well, listen, I know there's too many of them. I forget the name of it. Let me look. Okay, so I have Venmo, and that is that's how you send money. That's not what I'm talking about. This was a social media. This is a social site, right? Let me see if I can find it in the Play Store. Vimeo. Was it Verge? What was it called? Vimo? No, Vimo is a money app. What was the... Yeah, it's neither one of those. Oh, what was the name of that place? Oh my God. Remember Vero. I just found it. Vero. Vero. Don't you remember that? Vero? See you up on Vero. God. Vero. Vero is the correct answer. There was just one weekend where like everybody was getting. I feel like I'm like think something's screwing up here. Like this? I don't think so. All right. Yeah. No, I think there was a lot of Fluff was on it. Robert Baker was on it. Everybody was on it. Vero, Vero, Vero. 1 million downloads. Yeah. Yeah, Vero. God. That place. All right, dudes. Thanks for hanging out. Super extra thanks to anyone who contributed. Much appreciated. We'll hit the strings of appreciation. And I'll see you guys in a week. And there you have it. Always super extra thanks to my mod squad. Much appreciated. Thank you so much. And there you go. And I will I'll see you guys in a week. And I maybe I'll get a video out this week. I just feel like this is my week. This is it. Got a good feeling about this one. We'll see. But there you have it. All right, dudes. No, you rock. I'll see you in a week. And there you go. All right, guys. Have a good one. I'll let my family out of jail to the second floor. I'm sure they're dying to come down and get a snack. So there you go. All right. No, you rock. And I'll see you next week. And until then, rock on.